Yo, what up, world? It's Carlos from Classic Material. We here, Book of Rhymes Season 2. And unfortunately, Don Wills couldn't make it tonight to host it. Mika's unavailable. She's sick, but, wish her well. I got my co-host today, my man, Raw Wattage, P. Watts. What up, baby?
Peace, man.
We got some special guests in the house.
Definitely.
We got to do a special edition just for them on a Saturday night.
Saturday Night Live.
Word. We got the dynamic duo, J. Scienide, Kev Brown.
Peace. What's good?
Peace.
A.K.A. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
That's
All
right.
day,
I
all
take
day.
it.
Let's
Dr.
go.
Jekyll, right?
DMV
Well,
finest, man.
Because you laid back on the voice. I'll
True.
say he's Mr. Hyde.
Yeah. Well, you would be surprised.
You Mr. Hyde? Yeah, because I was trying to get that too. Because
Sometimes Sam Jackson comes out.
Okay.
Yo.
But you the scientist. You the scientist cooking up the concoction.
Both of us are, because we both made beats. So
Like we got the lab
Gotcha.
coats
You know what I mean?
on, up in the lab doing our thing,
doing
man,
it,
for
man.
real.
Just collaboration. That's all it
Reanimators.
is.
But, we're going to talk about the new album.
All right. Drum machine tape.
Yeah, of course.
Drum machine
Cassette.
tape
Machine,
cassette.
Yeah. We're going to
Crazy,
talk about
man.
that, get into that. And
Word up.
also get into
A little bit of the history.
the history. Because you got a lot of history, Kev.
Words, I'm old.
You old?
Old heads in the house.
Nah. But, do what I do.
Word.
That's like the hip-hop classic, ain't it?
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Low budget, all that.
Low budget crew, you know what I mean?
I see you.
It's a low budget productions, low budget crew. That's where it all started, you know what I mean?
And you grew up where, in Maryland?
Maryland, Landover, Maryland, PG County. Yeah, man.
Who was the influence? How did the hip-hop get into you, man?
Just family. It was just music, period. Like, just growing up in a musical family. You know what I mean? My mom tomorrow, mom going to be in church playing piano tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
And my sister going to be directing the choir. So it was just always in the family. Records. We a certain age, so as we grow up with record Christmas, Jackson 5 Christmas. You know what I mean? Like, it's always a certain type of thing around you that's always around.
You was influenced by Run DMC.
Well, let's talk about this.
He jumped.
So Wikipedia, like initially Wikipedia, somehow when I first came out, I had no control over, it was new internet.
People just put stuff in.
Yeah,
for you,
so somebody put that I first got introduced to hip hop by listening to my brother had Run DMC. No, that was from a story. I told a story a long time ago about my influences growing up, and that was like a memory I had of like my brother when Raising Hell came out.
Yeah.
He had the boombox, him and his friend. They cooler older brother and his boys listening to Run DMC, like, yo, that's great. You know what I mean? Like, and they took that and put his first ever hip hop experience was Run. Like, and that's not
they
really.
fucked it up.
You know what I mean? I heard Sugar Hill Gang and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? There's other stuff I heard. You've been at a cookout and heard Sugar Hill Gang. Even as a little kid,
Yeah,
you
of
heard
course.
it. You didn't know what it was, but you liked it. And you knew what it was. But that wasn't the first.
No.
You know what I mean? It was just like a memory of some of the first things you remember, super hip-hop memories you have and things like that.
You've been in the game for years, though. And,
Yeah, man.
But I feel like your music influence, to me, listening to your music was like a Dilla-ish,
Yes.
Pete Rock.
Dilla, Pete Rock, Premier,
Madlib.
Madlib, RZA. I Do What I Do was definitely more. I expounded later, but I Do What I Do. You could definitely hear the Pete Rock influence because I wanted to do my own Soul Survivor type joint, but just with my own crew. You know what I mean?
But
Like,
even
and that's what that was.
your vocal delivery is like a Pete Rock-ish.
I think that's just
The way you
like
talk.
it's something I can't
Little
really
large pro-ish as well. I had
help.
large pro
Yeah,
influence in there as
I
well.
think because my voice is deep, one, and like I listen to those guys.
Yeah.
So along with everybody else. So
But that's a dope one to be, influenced
if you
by.
listen to my early stuff, I sound like Mobb Deep. Like the cadence,
Yeah.
the QB flow, the Ruby ball,
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I didn't notice
heard
that.
a snippet, and I noticed that. I was like, yo, it sound kind of Nori-ish a little bit.
I had to.
You know what I'm saying?
But that was a style back then.
Yeah, it's and back then you young and you don't. That was like some old demo type stuff.
The choppy flow.
Yeah, you don't realize how much you influenced until you listen back to it.
back
And
to it.
Yeah.
I gotta need to chill. You know what I mean? Like, but that's part of growing in as an artist.
But
and stuff.
the joint was dope because I was
Thanks,
watching I think your man Gadget or something.
Yes, Gadget is the
and,
man.
He
Digital
had the
hustler.
video where it was a joint you played back in '98. I don't remember. The name of the joint.
Yes. You're right. Yeah.
And it had the
Thanks,
the choppy
yo.
flow. That joint was ill,
Thanks,
man. Like
man.
I wouldn't frown upon that.
Wow,
man.
thank you, man.
Definitely.
Thank you. Hey, when I first came out, I really wanted to rap. I wanted to be an MC, you know what I mean? But then once I got into the beats, it was just more fun to make beats.
So you were a rapper first.
Yeah, I started out like rapping, and then I wanted original beats to rap over, so I started making my own joints, and then I was like, this more fun than rap,
Yeah.
Rapping, like rhyming, is fun, but it's still, y'all know, like,
Yeah, no,
I
don't know.
I have a personal, like a weird thing with rap, because I put too much pressure on myself because I'm like, how I'm going to say what, you know what I mean? It's millions of rappers. So it's like, how I'm going to say something that sound dope. I don't want to say something somebody else said. I don't want to rap the same line, because even if you don't listen to something, you might say something that somebody else said or something. So you try to freak it to a way where maybe nobody else said it like this. So it's a lot of brain. Like with the beats, I'm pushing buttons. You know what I mean? It's
And
more.
that's all you
it's
right
more
there.
fun. Yeah, so that's my zone. But like writing rap, that's why my joints is like 12 bars. You know what I mean? You see like when you hear the joints, it's like I get in, I get out, and
Stick and move.
This, the new stuff we working on might be a little.
Yeah.
But yo, you
A
guys
little more.
compliment each other though.
Thanks,
man.
Like it's a yin and yang.
Cheers.
Do not let this be the last.
Kev Brown J scienide.
I really, when I hear y'all,
Dynamics.
like, respect to y'all individual work,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to see more collective work.
Word.
Because y'all really, the chemistry is there.
Thanks,
like,
man.
you know,
Yeah,
It gives me that Ghost Ray feel. It gives me that Freddie and Mad Lib feel.
That underground hip
Yeah,
hop,
it's cohesive.
EPMD,
Yeah, see, like
DOS effects.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah. I
mean?
look at it more
That's
like-
what we was going for.
Yeah, like
That's
more
what-
people
that's how
like we was going for
for.
like some sewer, like some hit squad, but we was
Yeah.
also going for like some J-Lib shit. Because we basically like
That
the
was
two
Jay. That
producers-
was Jay's influence. He was like, "Yo,
Yeah,
let's do
we
some."
going to Jay-
I was
like-
thinking more Jay. He was thinking more J-Lib. I was thinking more EPMD, DOS
remember when you
effects.
told me
So that's
that.
the
I remember when you
combination.
told me
of,
Yeah, cause we
Yeah.
cause we both like
and
both
like
make
Wu
beats.
Tang. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, we wanted it dusty.
you know what I mean? Like
And
just
the bucket
hard.
hat alone, I knew.
Yes, it's EP. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's
come
a
on.
certain aesthetic.
Definitely.
all day. The
And have
EPMD.
fun with it, and not think too deep about it, and just do it, and
Yeah, just have some
keep
fun
it
with it.
raw, and because you don't hear a lot of stuff like that no more, like sizzle in the records, and
You talking about that analog feel.
yeah, just to give you that. That's why it's drum
You
machine
use the
tape
track.
cassette.
You use the track machine. The
We actually
AW44 something like that. The
yeah,
16.
I used to
But is
use.
that what y'all recorded the
That's
music
not
on?
that joint. Rest in peace, Yamaha AW44. Rest in peace.
Damn,
R.I.P.
I use that to do. I do it. Every album until it conked out. It was done. Sean Bourne, the Al Green joints, the Hassan
Mackey,
Mackey
yeah.
first album.
Yo,
like
that grit joint.
That grit, yeah.
It's crazy.
Thanks,
Shout out to
man.
Hassan.
Yes,
Shout out to
yes.
Hassan Mackey.
Burr, 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 burr.
Mac.
Shout out. Rochester, what up?
You
Manchester,
hear
New
a
York.
dirty feel. The
No
microphones is dirty.
No
Yeah.
doubt. No doubt.
And that's what I like about it. It sounds like it's almost was recorded on a 2-inch reel.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, we
like
try
that
to-
feel,
I
That's
don't know how to make nothing clean. I don't know how to do
He
that.
sure enough
It's not
don't.
mixed
I don't.
properly, but I
That's
love
better.
it.
That's
You
the
know
best
what I'm
sound,
saying?
though.
Yeah,
You
You got to
sound.
see Jay Sinai make a beat. Everybody needs to see Jay Sinai make a beat.
What's
Yo,
the
it's a
technique?
sight.
Hashtag off the metronome.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
yo,
Like,
there's no method
F the
to it.
metronome. I
Like,
don't need no metronome. What's that? I don't need
he's
no
the only person- He's
quantize.
witnessed me like,
I was like, what if
make
he just
beats.
quantize it? He like,
yeah,
nah.
I don't quantize. I don't do this. I don't do that.
It looks
Sometimes
ridiculous.
I might start on the 3.
He's making
on
the beat.
3rd. Yeah. Like
it doesn't
I
make
do all
any
kind of
sense
stuff.
until
It
the
don't.
end of it, and you like, oh.
But you see what I'm doing, like but you see what I'm doing.
I
It's
got
like
you.
real. I got dinosaur equipment.
The process is
So
crazy.
yeah, the process
That's what
is
makes
crazy.
it sound better though.
ASRX.
Exactly.
Oh, ASRX.
Yo,
Wow.
how did you link with Marley Marl? Speaking
Wow,
of beats and
you
all
took
that.
it back. Yo, that was early in the game. Marley Marl.
Re-entry.
Yeah, I was in between. This was when the Touch of Jazz stuff happened, and I was hanging out with Grap. Like I did a joint with Grap called "What Ruling Means." Like
Shout out to Grap Lover.
From
Word up,
I and
Grap
I.
Love is the man.
Y'all sound good
Nah,
together too.
Nah, yeah.
Thank you, man. Grap is the man. You know,
That's
Grap
all big
can't
Grap
talk.
lives out there in the Maryland.
Yeah, yeah.
So
He
was that
stay
the
out
connection?
Burtonsville. What up? You know what I mean?
That's our brother right there, yo. That's our big
You
bro.
know what I mean?
Shout out to
No
Jolo.
doubt.
Jolo, that's my
Definitely,
family,
Jolo's
you know what I'm
kids.
saying?
Word up,
Yeah,
word
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Shouting them. Grap stays shouting them out. You know what I mean? On the
That's
record.
the I&I.
Yes. That's people's. Robbo, all of, you know,
Yeah.
like, yo, Robbo is nice.
Oh, Robbo was crazy, man. Yeah.
With the ill laid back voice and just
So Marley,
kill
what
it.
happened? How did
Marley,
that go?
I'm sorry, I
Yeah,
digress.
You went off.
Marley, that was the whole Touch of Jazz stuff. So
Yeah.
at that same time, before the Touch, like right around the same time, I was doing stuff with Grap. Every once in a while, I would come to New York with Grap. He was like, "Yo, you want to come to New York?" And you know, we would hang out with Pete. This was still when Future Flavors was still going on. So he was like,
that was 90s.
late 90s,
Yeah,
early
2000.
2000s,
Yeah.
before my album came out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this was before all that. And we would go and, you know, we went over Pete's house and Grap played him the joint. Like, and you know, he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna play this on the show." You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
all right. And we go to the show, we ride with Pete to the show. Master Ace is there. You know what I mean? As a guest and you know what I mean? Like it's just
I didn't know
super
this
hip hop.
story. I gotta hear
Yeah,
this
it's
story
like,
too.
you know what I mean, super hip hop greatness. And you meet Marley Marl, and they played our record on the radio from like a mini disc or something. You know what I mean? Like we didn't have a record. Like it wasn't a record. It wasn't even a record then. So, and then to make a long story short, later on, Marley leaves a message on my answer machine, which I should have kept.
That'd been a good drop on
Like,
the album.
Yes, that said like, "Yo, you know, I want that joint that you played on the radio, and we want that for the BBE." That's when the BBE joints was cracking. So it just was, everything kind of fell in line. I did that joint, and then I linked up with Jeff and the BBE stuff.
Yeah.
It just kind of, you know, started to happen from there.
De La Soul came from that as well.
Yeah, the De La Soul came through A Touch of Jazz in Philly, and little did I know, you know, while I'm in the room with Biz making joints, like, and he working on stuff, and De La Soul is in the other room with Jeff, and Jeff is playing on my beats. You know what I mean? And they picked the beat.
Wow. That's top tier right there.
That was was that the last album they had with Tommy Boy?
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately,
Redman was on, right?
Yeah, that joint was dope. Unfortunately, and Dilla was on it, and Slick Rick, and it was
Everybody.
crazy.
It was a good album.
Cypress Hill.
That's when we're doing on it too.
Yeah, DJ
Nah, that's the
Jones
one
was
after.
on
Oh, that's after.
But it was, that joint was crazy.
the,
The Grande
Bionics.
was dope.
Bionics.
Bionics, yeah.
Yeah.
That joint
okay,
was
that's
crazy.
AOI
With the
Bionics.
baby
Right,
fat, like,
Yeah,
yummy and stuff. Like, yeah, that album was rock. But they, you know, Tommy Boy at that time, I think they went out of business. Or something.
Yeah.
So like, so did that album. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
but it's still crazy. Like, I was like, wow. And I talked to them, and they was like, I went to New York and here, and you know, we sat in on the studio session, and it was dope.
So
And,
as a hip hop dude, you was
like
blown
super
away.
rap life.
Yeah.
Welcome to rap
Yeah,
life.
that's a
it's-
beautiful entry, though.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's super OG dudes,
Yeah.
like you know, from Grap to Pete to, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
You did
even
your
when I
steps.
met Grap, I was like, oh snap, you know what I mean? Like, I and not like,
yeah. That was
like,
a great album that never
crazy.
came out.
yeah, like super classic.
And then Diamond D.
To meet people and they cool. You know
How
what I
did
mean?
Diamond D come along?
Diamond D. I met Diamond D around the I Do What I Do time, but I never like really talked to him or nothing.
Yeah.
And then later on, when he was working on the Dom piece, he had hit me up, and he sent me a beat and was like, "Yo, you want to rap on?" You know what I mean? And boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean?
Dude, it's like that stunts blessing hip hop like all day.
That's a classic.
Crazy classic.
Yo,
it's crazy. Like I'm talking about it, sound crazy.
Then the Brown instrumentals. How did that come into effect?
The Jay-Z joints.
Was that after I Do What I Do?
Nah, that was before.
That was before, right?
That was before. Like people thought that was the Kev Brown. Like it feel like people knew about that more than I Do What I Do.
Yeah.
Probably because it's Jay-Z, of course. But I didn't work with him for real. But people was acting like yo, what was it like? Like no, like it's just acapellas off the record.
Yeah.
So that was like around 2003 when that happened, and that was just the thing. That was just like Quartermain and
shout out to DJ Quartermain.
Quartermain, and they had a quasi record label, TD Harry, and they was pressing their own records up. They had a Neocon doing artwork, like my man back home doing artwork, and they was really going at it for a minute. And
what was the name of the label?
TD Harry.
TD Harry,
like Tom, Dick, and Harry, like a regular average Joe label.
Wow,
this was some art shit.
Yeah, and Cass was in it to win it, young and not knowing anything about music or anything, and just doing it. You know what I mean?
It's funny because like I ordered that record, like the CD, and I got it. I would never fucking think I would be working with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just bought it because I thought it was like, oh, these are some dope remixes. Because like this is what everybody like. The Gray album came out. All these other albums. This is before all of that. Yeah. And I was just like, I was just talking about it. I was just thinking about it. Like I remember like ordering that album like online and like getting it.
From
and like
where?
just
like,
I didn't
hip hop
Oh
site.com
shit! We owe
like,
Sandbox Automatic.
Let's go.
Man,
Let's go.
Sandbox Automatic.
I used to order shit from there.
Sandbox.
No graphics on the joint. Just all text.
And they sent me all this other free shit with it.
Yeah.
I ordered from Sandbox Automatic.
Wow.
I used to sit on Sandbox all night and just listen to like the snippets. Yeah, remember the snippets?
Yeah.
And I was like, man. And I ordered that joint. And like I said, I never thought that I would be working with him. You know, so that's crazy. That's crazy.
Well, Thanks, Jay Scienide.
Thank you, Kev Brown.
This is before you made it out to DC, correct?
Yeah, I wasn't even living. I was in Charlotte then.
You was in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Right.
Crazy.
It's funny how things work, man.
Yeah, I want to talk about Actual Heat.
Oh yeah, that album.
Fire.
That album is
Flames.
Is an underrated classic.
Yo, man, thank you. Thank you.
Yo, that mix on that. Like,
he mixed that album.
Wow.
He mixed it. Yo,
so you guys were already working together before.
Bar power with the joints.
I do. This is what I do. This is my bar power right here.
Nah, I'm just playing.
But he is like that album was like a testament over like a lot of shit. Like at that time, like I was kind of like new.
Were you in DC? Were you down south with DC?
I was in DC.
Okay.
Like when I created it, I was new to like DC. Like I had just like that album was crazy because like I got married like young.
Oh wow.
And like we had broken up, and I didn't have like I was like, you know what? One day I just like went to like I had moved out, and so one day I was like I went to like I was like in the bathroom. I was depressed, and I was mad depressed, and then like the sun just came through like the blinds, and I was like, I'm single. I was like, oh, yeah. It was like that. So so the next thing I did was like, I got all my records and my equipment like out of like storage because I had stopped doing it for a minute. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make an album.
So you were making beats first or rhyming first?
Both. I think I was rhyming first, and then I started making beats.
Because you produced the whole album.
Yeah, I produced the whole album.
Yeah.
And like
except for Ginsu Dean.
Except for shout out to Ginsu Dean. Peace to the God. You know what I'm saying? Peace to the gods of earth.
Yeah,
yo, Ginsu Dean did like the song called The Jux.
Yeah.
Everything else I did, and it came out the way I wanted it to. That's my baby. And like I put that out in like 2017, and I put out a string of singles like before that, and like all the singles did good. Like I said, when I got out of that little rut, I put out a song called like The Call of the Wild.
Yeah.
I put that out, and then I put that out like around lunchtime, like 12 o'clock. 6 o'clock that night, I was doing interviews in like Berlin.
Wow.
So yeah, because like I had a group before that.
Yeah.
So people were like, well, where the fuck is what you been
Right.
doing? Where you been at?
Yeah.
And like, so that kind of helped. That kind of helped me out a lot because I had like a career before. I had a group called the Lost and Found Department.
Yeah.
Like, you
So
know,
you
shout out
was a
to Lost and
manager and
Found
all that.
Department. I used to manage. We
You
talking about
did
that.
everything. You did everything.
Yeah, like, and that was like I was my first deal. Like, kind of got me into this. Like, shout out to DJ Fisher. He's an MF Doom's manager.
Okay.
Gave me my first deal. And shout out to him and MF Graham. They gave me my first shot.
Wow.
So yeah, from that shit to I guess like actual heat, yeah, like
You guys
actual
are
heat
you guys
kinda
are really
set me off.
connected. You guys were connected in the industry.
Yeah, I mean, I guess yeah.
you guys-
kinda,
It's
pretty
funny.
much.
The, like you're pointing it out now,
Yeah.
but like as you live in it, you don't really think.
You don't
about
really
it.
think about it.
Yeah, no, definitely. But I mean, that's dope though. You guys weren't brought in by like MC
Gods.
Hammer, some bullshit. You know
Well,
what I mean?
word, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was like you got by the real
Damn.
hip hop.
No
vets.
disrespect
No,
to
no
his
disrespect to
ego.
him.
I
I'm saying,
respect.
you know, I'm saying like you guys were brought in by like the real deal.
Right.
Yeah, pretty
MF
much.
Doom is the real deal.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, like meeting him a couple times.
That's
like, meeting
crazy.
Him around, like meeting him.
When I met him, I was like, "You work with what?
Yeah.
What?
yeah,
how,
like
how did,
it
how
was-
did you guys meet?
How did we meet?"
Yo, it was a studio session in Palisades, like DC. Remember them dudes?
Was that with?
I heard y'all met in
Roger,
Baltimore.
Roger.
I heard y'all met in Baltimore.
Nah. We met at a studio session, and he was like, it's funny. My homeboy, shout out to DJ Roger.
I don't remember.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you the story. Shout out to DJ Roger.
Was that with DJ Roger?
Yeah, he was in a
That's
session.
not the first time we met.
We met each other at a Diamond District show, but I just
Right,
gave you
just
a pound
like
and
that
kept
was
it
the
moving.
yeah, that was like
God, like it's Kev
that's the
Brown,
real
give a
first
pound.
time.
That was the real first time. But this time,
Because I had seen you before. I
We
was
was-
like, I seen you before. I don't remember your name.
yeah,
You know how
we
it
know
is.
each
Yeah,
other.
yeah, it's
But like
industry.
we was at the studio session for these other like producers.
Hanging
I
out.
don't have no. We was hanging out.
Yeah, in the studio. Session.
He was like, I had just got there, so it was like a whole bunch of people just hanging out. He was like, everybody's working out. He was in a corner with an MPC 2500, making
got
like
that
on a beat with the headphones on, and I was like, oh shit, that's Kev Brown. So I went over and talked to him. We talked we chopped it up for a while. He was working
Yeah,
on
we was just
something,
kicking it.
and like the person he went with, whatever, they were still in the session. I was like, boo, you in the drive? I'll take you home.
Yeah.
And so we drove back and we talked that whole time.
Right.
We was
That
in
was
the
a long
car
way.
like talking and
You guys
we were
connect automatically.
yeah, we just building.
Yeah.
And so that's when everything just kind of gelled. We just met each other and we would just see each other like out sometimes.
Yeah,
And then from
small
there,
world.
like shit just like it became like organic. We just started working on stuff. I would hear shit that he was doing.
Just
And
had-
that
hold
was
up,
it.
The
hold up.
early read joint. You know,
Yeah.
that's the
Hold up.
crack, though.
Ghetto. That's my shit.
Oh man, that's funny.
Jay Sana.
That's me. That's me all day. Like I made that the drums. Doom, doom,
Yo, tell I be home. Heat my food up.
Yo. So yeah, so
What up?
we was chilling. We was working on the album. We were working on the album. I had that beat made already, and I had gave it, like I said, I had gave it to somebody else.
Yeah.
And they didn't like it, and I'm like, okay, like you don't like it, I'll keep it for myself. It was me, him, and shout out to John Doe, Southern Vanguard.
Okay,
John was
Doe.
there.
Killer
That's
with
what's
the
Yeah, John was there.
Scratches, man.
So I came up with his idea for the scratches. And then I played the beat for Kev. And so when I played the beat, I seen that head nod.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, we got something here. And so, like I said, I laid that beat down. He came back with the verse. I wrote my joint. But like
Tighten
when
the
I was like,
bass
yo, I
line
got
up on
this
it, tighten
beat.
the mix
You
up
tight-
on it.
you tighten that joint
Oh,
up.
can you add a bass line? Oh, okay. Put
And
the-
just boom.
just add the bass. It was a bass in it already, but you just
We had
add
to
the
bring it
bass
up.
line under
Yeah,
it
yeah,
like, to beef
And
it
like
up. It sounded like Wu-Tang. I was like, yo, this sound like RZA. I'm down. Let's
I,
go.
it's like, I remember I hit the play button. When I hit that button, he heard the drums.
Straight up.
And
Purple
straight
tape.
up.
What? Let's
And it
go.
was it. And that was it.
Come on.
Word.
That
Y'all,
was
y'all
it.
lost members?
Yo, basically.
Jay Sana reminds me of like, he doesn't sound like Wu-Tang, but he sounds like a person that grew up listening to Wu-Tang. So when you hear his stuff, it's like, yep,
But Los,
you're
who you
one
said-
of
who
us.
you said he
Nah,
sounded
nah,
like?
I'm gonna tell you. When I listen to him, he reminds me of a Young Tragedy.
Young intelligent Hunter.
Yeah.
Like I say, yo,
Young
I-
Tragedy.
we
like,
was
he told
talking
me,
on
I
the way up.
appreciate that.
I think he reminds me. He don't sound just like, but he reminds me of Capadonna.
You think so?
I have a weird
The sporadic,
Yeah. Like
the
with
way
the
I
wordplay,
write.
right?
sporadic
Yeah,
rhyme
the way I
style,
write
and
is like
the
it's
cadence.
different.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
I can
it's
see that.
unorthodox.
Yeah,
and
definitely unorthodox.
crazy abstract. You know what I mean? What's
It's
the
like
saying on
real.
this
It's
joint?
really abstract, yo. But like, yeah, the way
Crazy
when I hit
abstract
the
art
play-
pieces.
when I hit the play button,
Yeah.
and like when I saw that Nod, I saw him and I saw John. I like, yo, we gonna do this. I like, yo, I need scratches for Ghetto 24 Karat, whatever. And he just started scratching
Yeah.
it. He went back home and scratched it up. That was it. Shout out to Southern Vanguard.
Yeah. That's the people. That's the whole
Hey,
right
he's-
there.
what up?
He's the silent member, man.
Yeah,
Like,
basically, yeah.
he's like the
Yeah,
silent
John
Run
knew all the
DMC,
cuts.
yeah.
So that was like, was that the first joint y'all did together?
Nah.
We did that when we did a song.
Oh, you mean like a song?
Yeah.
We did that.
We
and
did it. We did the joint with Early Reed. We did like Jay did a whole album with my man Early Reed.
Yeah, we did
And-
it. We did
and
that
it's-
album.
It was on. It never came out on vinyl or
Yeah.
nothing. It was just all like Bandcamp. You know
we
what I
did
mean?
a song together then too.
And we did a joint on that joint, and that was the kind.
We
of
did
the-
that,
the
and then on
beginning
my
of that.
album, we did two songs. We did
Right.
that, and we did what's the other song? Part two.
What's the Odds?
What's the odds? Part two. We did that also. So like we did what's the odds? Part two. Like I made that beat. I said to the kid, we went back and forth like on that song. So we was killing it.
Give him the record.
Yeah, the album. What?
Oh, you tripping, man.
Give him the record.
Yeah,
Yo,
you take
so-
that one.
So from that, did y'all decide to work on this masterpiece right here?
Oh shit.
Where did that come from? That
Oh,
came
one
from-
day I hit him up. I was like,
Jay
yo,
was like, "Look, let's just
let's
work
do
on
an
the
album
joint.
together.
Let's
So
do the whole joint. Let's just do the joint."
I bought a stack of records. We had my homegirl, shout to DJ
B-side.
B-side.
Came through.
She brought a
brought some
bunch of records, and we sat up in the studio with a stack of records, and we just started making drum machine tape cassette like on a weekend.
It wasn't called Drum Machine Tape.
It wasn't called that then.
It
It
wasn't- it
wasn't
didn't
called that
have
then.
a
We had
title.
no title,
It
but we
wasn't
just
a title.
started working on joints, and then people started coming by and like dropping verses.
That's
I remember I
where
went to
features
carry
came
out.
from.
I went to the Chinese spot. Came back. Ken Starr was there.
Yeah.
Like we just started work. We just really like
Kenneth.
started working on it, and
It just happened. It wasn't
just
like
happened.
it wasn't like a super like
Nah,
crazy joint.
I
It was
appreciate
just
this
like
album though, because it was
thanks.
the first time I listened to it. I'm like, all right, it's cool. It's not the regular what you hear now.
Mhm.
yeah.
Second time I heard, I'm like, yo, it's good.
Mhm.
And I'm talking to Watts, and he's like, no, this shit is dope. And I'm like, let me play it again. I'm like, no, this shit is.
Yeah.
They got something.
Thanks, man.
Played it for
Why-
my
thank
man
you.
last night, and it woke him up. Like he ain't want to hear no rap. I was like, dog, just listen to this.
Wow.
Yo, Watts
And-
Watts pushes y'all.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Like
man.
he's like,
Yo,
yo,
yeah, man.
He's the one that got you
We-
on the
we
show. 'cause
truly
he was like,
appreciate
yo,
Watts is the
we-
man.
He's like,
Watts
yo,
is the man.
he's like, yo, they need to be
Watts
on
is the
show.
reason why I know about classic material.
Watts
You
is
know what I mean?
everything. That's
You know what I mean?
Yo, it's
Yo, remember
real.
the show at Songbird, DC?
Yeah.
Mhm. That's the
Man,
first time.
That was
yeah.
That's when we
magnetic,
met.
man.
You rocked
Like,
it. You know what I mean?
Y'all rocked it. Like that's when
Yo.
when y'all did Ghetto was crazy. Like
I was like,
that
yo,
was fun.
I told the DJ,
that
you
was
gotta
the-
spin that back.
whoever spent their money that night got the perfect show from the beginning.
That was opening up for Main Source. Like I said, like I think I was saying earlier, like Breaking Atoms was like the blueprint, like for my album. Like I listened to that like every day when I was making my album. So like shout to Large, and then like getting a chance to work with him and stuff like that. That was just like a
Just getting the
Large,
fucking dream
Large
come
dropped
true.
that joint, man.
Crazy.
Stop playing, Large.
And
Drop
then
that joint.
when the
Yes,
album,
yes,
Yeah.
we dropped the album. The day the album dropped, I was in LA. Like that morning, Large hit me, and he told me, he was like, "I see what y'all doing."
wow.
He was like, "I see what y'all doing." He's like, "I see what you did with the cover. What the fuck?" So when Large
Right.
Professor hits you, I was
He
just
was
like,
in L.A. I remember when he did that because he was
Yeah.
like, "Yo," he was like, "You listen to that drum machine?" I said, "They ain't." 'Cause, okay,
Yeah.
we was just getting out to L.A. And I remember him telling me like,
Wow.
yeah, he hit me that.
Yeah,
He hit
that's
me with
crazy,
that. I was just like, you ain't got to tell me nothing else.
and then
That's the
when
proof
y'all was
right
at
there.
A3C, oh man, like
Yo.
that night was crazy. Lord,
Last
I
year.
was with Lord Finesse right on the side, and Lord Finesse was just glued to y'all performance.
That was nuts.
Shout out to
missing
Lil
it
Fizz.
That was a dream.
That was a great show.
That didn't happen.
That was a great show.
Oh, that didn't happen, did
Yo.
it? That was a dream.
I was with.
We
Lord-
all
I was
dreamed the
right
same
on side.
dream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was crazy that night, man.
Yo,
Yo.
can we talk about that night for 1 minute?
Let's
Like,
let's take a moment.
take
yeah.
a moment that
'Cause
night. In the
Talk
crowd,
about the lineup first.
the lineup was crazy. You had us, Yeah, 6-man, Camouflage Monk, Noah the Flood. It was so many artists. My brother, shout out to my brother, Freddie Fox. Shout out to my brother Rashid Chappelle.
Yes,
that's my brother right there.
Rocking it.
That's my nephew. That's my nephew.
That's your nephew.
That's my nephew.
He's working
on everybody's stage.
Deion Ferris in the crowd,
dancing.
Wow.
Bobby Brown outside eating chicken wings.
Primo
from Wingstop.
Wow.
Primo in the crowd.
Primo.
Not
Diamond
performing or nothing. Just hanging out.
Yeah.
When I got on stage, when I go to stage,
you look over. You ever
crazy.
look over and see DJ Premier over here?
Not often. You don't see that often.
Nah.
It was great. Like Diamond in the crowd, like Large is
Diamond
in the crowd.
D in the front.
OBO, Souls of Mischief.
Hold on, wait, where's the footage at? I need to see this.
Yo.
I got footage.
All right, we need that.
I can see.
I want to see
need
it
that.
too.
But it was like I said that night.
We need to send it to my man Abe, was who put it in the video.
Yeah, because I remember y'all got on
because it was a dream. It didn't happen.
Yo, I rock this crazy. I rock the classic material T-shirt.
Yeah, the Brooklyn,
the Brooklyn joint.
The Brooklyn
joint. I rocked that at the show. Yeah,
that was
crazy.
Yeah,
Breakbeat Lou. Breakbeat
Lou.
OPO.
Family, yeah.
But it was like
I came out, ain't everybody looking at me crazy. I'm spinning a verse from Live at the Barbecue.
Let's go. On stage. Yo, Lost Professor came up and was like, yo, you just he did a set.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
He wasn't even supposed to perform. He wasn't even. He was just there in the crowd.
That was last year.
I was supposed to go. I was supposed to go to that.
That was
crazy.
Los, we got to credit you for that, right?
Yeah, that's right. Thank you.
You put that in motion.
That's crazy.
A word?
Yo, like, I'm going to say, after my set, I did a little 15, 20-minute set. I got off stage. Lord Finesse dapped me up and said, well, yo, that was dope.
Lord Finesse told me y'all was dope.
I went to the bathroom and cried.
Say word.
Yes.
Wow.
Real talk.
That's big.
Like, overwhelming.
That
like,
Freddie
this is
Fox
crazy. Freddie Fox on stage.
Killed it.
Yo, his beats was louder than everybody's. And it was mixed crazy. He had Pete Rock and Premier beats. The whole set.
It was dope.
Crazy.
Yo, 42nd Street.
This man right here.
Man, what was it?
This guy.
He did one of my Cole Medina's man. I love Cole
hold on.
Medina too.
What's the inspiration behind 42nd?
The inspiration behind that was like my homegirl B-side just passed me a record.
Yeah.
And like I was listening to it and like I spun it back a couple of times, just spun it back. My sample is right there. Boom, hit it.
Have you ever heard that song before?
I heard it before. No, I had never heard that song before.
Wow.
Yeah, but
we ain't gonna tell them the sample.
We're not gonna tell you what the sample is.
It felt like a B-boy beat.
It's super.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like when I heard it, I was like,
that's the magic of hip hop for real.
I appreciate it. I got home like at 3:00 in the morning, and I just wrote the lyrics, and then I just wrote the lyrics. I had everything done. Like I stayed up late that night, and because I went back to the studio with him like later on that day, like Sunday, and I had all the lyrics. I just wrote everything like out. And then he dropped the like a couple of lines at the end.
Oh yeah, that was just like a little.
It was like
the beat just cut off.
I was waiting for you. I was like, yo, what happened?
And I made that beat. I was
upset at you.
It was a tease. I'm sorry for teasing the people.
I was like this. I was like, oh.
It was like, it's about the beat about to come back in, and it goes
That's the
off.
way we want. That's the way we wanted it. But like, I appreciate that, and like a lot of people hit me up about that song.
I'm a little upset, right?
Yeah,
let's go.
Because I don't see vibrations good on this vinyl.
What?
Oh, it's right
What?
Yeah, so that's like
What?
That Hennessy got it. I was like,
yo, take the bottle away from Watts.
My favorite joint on here is Friday Night at the Block Party.
Let's go.
That's another joint. Yo, shout out to Kev Brown on that one.
And I think y'all should shoot a video to that.
We should.
We
I
should.
told you
We need crazy legs. We need like breakers.
told
We need,
him.
like, all the rock steady.
I can make that happen for you.
You can?
Yo.
We gotta talk.
Nah, we will.
We gotta
the
talk.
greatest video that ever
that's
came
fam.
out in the history of videos.
Yeah, because like, yo, at first he sent me the video. I'm like, it's all right.
He ain't like the beat.
I ain't like the beat at first. And then like I wrote something to it real. I was hating. But I wrote something, and then when I finished with it, then when
I was
John
like,
Doe
you
sent
don't
the cut-
understand, okay? This joint is fire.
Yeah, I didn't understand at the
You didn't
time.
get it.
But then when like John Doe did the cuts on it and everything, I was like, oh man, we got one.
When he recorded his verse, I was like, yep.
Yeah, I
Told you
did
this
my
shit was
verse.
tight.
Like,
You know what I
was
mean?
like, I'm like,
Wu Tang.
man,
It's Wu Tang. It's B-boy. It's all that. You know what I mean? It's
yeah. It can't. So
do some
everything
joints.
came out dope.
That was the joint I was thinking for the beat. Like, oh, this is the sample, and
Like some double.
you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
it was
yeah.
a sample. I had a sample
All
from
that shit.
a popular artist that
Yeah.
I was like, what is this? I never heard that before. I was like, oh, I'm flip. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and flip it Jay Scienide style. That's
ain't
another
telling- we
thing.
ain't- we not telling
like
y'all the same.
the way I didn't make beats. If you listen to the album, I didn't make beats like. That's why you can't tell who made what, because I tried to make beats like Jay Scienide.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
thank you. Thank you
That's
very
what
much.
that was. Like Wu Tang.
Yeah,
I was thinking like
Wu-Tanged
I'm
it out.
gonna try to make beats like the RZA. You know what I mean? Like
RZA
and
mathematics.
Word up. Hell yeah.
But a lot of it got
True
a
master,
Jay
you
Dilla
know what I
feel
mean?
too,
True master.
though.
Yeah, yeah.
hell
That's what I
yeah.
say. True master.
Jay Dilla
Fish.
ass too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Let's go.
I appreciate that, man.
And then the WMATA, which is what's the acronym for that? Washington.
Washington
Oh, yeah.
Metro,
Metro.
Transit Authority.
What's the concept? I mean, what was the idea behind that? Because
You came up with that, so tell them.
Because like the model, like the subway, our system.
It's the metro. It's the
fucking
subway.
suck. It sucks. And like it sucks sometimes, like trying to get on that shit, and then like
It's
it's
of
always
Just like
broken
New York.
down. Yeah.
on a late night
All
in New
over,
York,
yeah,
you're gonna be
yeah.
stuck. Yeah.
And
But,
so I was
but
sitting-
at least on the late night, you can still get like at a certain
but you're gonna
time
be
in
waiting.
DC,
Yeah.
It's over.
subway shut down.
Yeah.
Like, so
When
one
the
Buses
last
and
time you been
everything.
on the subway, Los?
What?
When the last time you been on the subway?
Last year, right, babe?
Last year?
last year.
Last year.
Word up.
Yeah.
Yo, so
You know what I mean?
one day
I got off. I
it's
was like, I
weird.
can't take this. Let's get off. Let's get
Damn
off.
that.
Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
one day,
I'm
like,
out.
I just
Yeah.
found that.
I'm
I
out.
just found that.
Flip
that
the
I
table
found
over.
that,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
sample, whatever, for that record, and I was just like, "Yo, we're gonna use this," and then we put laughter behind it because, like, it's
That
a
was
fucking
his
joke.
idea, too.
It's my idea
Yeah,
to put
yeah.
like laughter behind it. It was a joke.
Yeah,
And, like,
because people
yeah.
been dying on the metro. Like
It's
it's stuff that
ridiculous.
happens that shouldn't have. Like a car caught on fire on the metro. Like an old lady died.
Yeah.
Like not an old. I'm sorry. Like a
Elderly
older
woman.
lady
Yeah, yeah.
died. Like somebody's grandma died.
Yeah.
Like because
The prices. It's
it was
ridiculous.
smoke for no reason. Some smoke started on the red line. Slim know what's going on. He from DC too. Like
Yeah.
like it's been problems with the and it's not nothing like it's a terrorist on the train.
yeah.
It's the train effing up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, our trains are right mad old, so it's like
And
it's terrible.
earlier back, it was like people was getting hit by buses and stuff. Like it was nuts. Like people don't talk about. Zach know what I'm talking about. It's people that nobody talks about certain stuff, but it's like really jacked up stuff. And people got settlements and stuff. And,
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like nobody talks about. And the prices keep going up on the metro, and
It's high.
it's a whole thing.
Hold on, but
Not to be like a social message or
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
anything.
It's
but,
just I know it's just the intro, but like I got a friend of mine that works for like the Metro, and when I played it for him, he got offended, so I knew I had something.
Oh wow. Yeah.
So
That's
I
good,
knew
that's
I
good.
had something. I was like, yeah, it's
And
dope.
he works for the Metro.
Yeah, he got.
I thought
offended.
about that,
It's
too.
like it's just
Yo,
the intro, man.
And did
I
you
thought about that,
produce
too.
the intro, like the piano chop?
We both did. Oh, the piano. Oh, that's the second song that comes in. That's, the joint that you did.
focus
grand?
on the path at hand. Get on the bandwagon.
100
Hold
grand?
up. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
100 grand.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
That piano chop
Hard.
was crazy.
That's,
I brought
that was
him the record.
Jay's record though.
I brought him the record, but he made that.
That's the
So-
Jay Scienide. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm Jay Scienide now.
Yo,
I've created a whole different way to make beats. This nigga don't understand.
Because of
I
me.
created a whole different way to make beats based off of him.
wow.
And he don't even know it. I tried to show him the style. Like, do it like this. And
And I was.
he
just
can't
like,
even
man,
do it. Like,
I can't do it.
Wow. Yo, so what inspired the collaboration, the album? What made this come about? Like, what's how
Jay
did y'all bless the
Scienide.
people?
Jay Scienide was
sweet.
like, yo, let's do a
Like,
joint.
let's just do an album.
And I was like, all right.
I like.
And that's basically
Because I
what
heard
it,
you don't want to do any more albums.
I don't be right. I
That's
don't
not
be out
gonna
here.
happen though. That's
I
not
don't,
gonna
you know,
You gotta stay in the game, B.
I fell
As long
back.
as we around, we not gonna allow that.
I kind of fell back. I'm not breaking my neck anymore. You know what I mean? Like at a certain point, I feel like I was like breaking my neck to like make things happen. It might not seem like that because like nothing really happened. So that's I had some issues with labels and
But it's different
things
now,
like that.
because you control your own destiny now.
Word up,
Tell 'em.
Jay Scienide. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what I'm
Distro
saying,
Kid off the digital was like, yo, we not dealing with no labels.
Yeah,
This
this
vinyl came out because a record label approached us after the fact. Like it came out.
Yeah.
It was out for months.
Yeah.
And the label came along like, yo, you want to put it on
Who
vinyl?
did y'all run that through? Was that like Tough Kong or somebody? I mean, who was that? Like Fat
Shout out
B?
to man Boss over
Boss.
in the
They
Netherlands. Rap the Winkle.
The rap, yeah.
Oh,
I keep getting it wrong.
The Rap Winkle.
The rap Winkle. I keep
Yeah.
calling it the rap the Winkle.
Yeah, I
down
do
in
that sometimes,
Netherlands, right?
Yeah, out of Netherlands.
So anybody that ordered the album, they was like, yo, for one, they was like, yo, why it cost so much? Because it's coming
shipping
from the
overseas,
Netherlands.
The shipping alone.
Yes.
Shipping alone,
Yeah.
but like I'm getting. The
And then they
vinyl
was like,
comes to
why
the
it
States
take so
also,
long to
it
get
won't be
here?
that bad.
I'm just glad y'all ain't running through my man. And shout out to him because you know who I'm talking about. Much love to him,
Yo.
but I'm just glad that situation.
Shout out to him.
Exactly.
Yo, we not gonna talk about that. We
what
can't
y'all
talk
talking
about
about?
that.
I know what y'all
We
talking
talk
about.
about
Light
that like
bulb
off
just
the,
went
we
off.
talk about that off the camera, off the air and shit.
man.
We talk about that off the air.
He owe me a little bread on PayPal too. But, you know, shout out to him though.
A lot of
Man,
people.
why? Gotta break some legs?
Shots
A lot
fired.
of people. A lot of people. A lot of people.
Shots.
Yo, that was the whole situation right there.
So what's next for y'all, you know, collectively or independently?
We ain't even doing no music no more. We just did this and was like, you just want to do some shit. And we just
You
did
become
it.
a
It
yoga
was like,
instructor? What you doing next?
Nah, I'm
Chris?
just playing. We doing
working on
stuff. We be
stuff.
doing stuff. You know what I mean?
I got a few singles coming out.
He always doing something.
I'm always
Nah,
hustling.
I see his Instagram. His shit is
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm
He's always
trying.
He's,
I'm trying
he's everywhere.
To. I ain't gonna be doing this forever, so like I gotta hustle that. Like I got a couple singles coming out. I'm working. I got a.
I be recording all the joints.
He record.
Yo,
like I
can
said,
yo? I gotta kick a verse on this
I
joint.
kick a verse.
Yo,
This
can
is
I come
by
over and
power
kick
right
a
there.
verse?
Yeah.
This is by power
All
right here.
right.
Like
Yeah,
I got that. I'm working on my next project. It's called Eureka. So I'm working on a lot of shit, man. I'm trying to do it. I'm just trying to do it. I'm trying to hustle. Like I'm just trying to get keep my name out there. Got a few joints. P Watts.
That's right.
Got a few joints coming out with a few people, like a few songs, production wise, whatever. So
Joints.
yeah, man. I'm like,
That's right.
I'm working, man.
Yo, I tell people about Watts.
Watts.
He's a hip hop Thanos.
Talk about it.
He has records with everybody,
Tell 'em.
dead and alive.
Let's go.
And this dude don't drop nothing.
Nah, I'm a
Hey, I didn't expect that.
It's just
He don't drop
I
nothing.
wasn't expecting.
He's like the secret of
it's
hip
been a
hop.
powerful year, man. How do you come behind drum machine cassette?
Man, come on.
You drop
Come
Man,
behind
come on.
bandana? How do you come behind?
Stop it.
You know what I'm saying?
Stop it right now.
How do you come behind homework? How do you
Stop
come
it.
behind? You know,
That was last year. Stop it.
You know what I mean? Watts. He's dropping it still.
then,
Stop it.
Popular Mechanics. How do you come behind that?
Yo, man, you can't. Like I dropped 2 albums. Like we dropped this album. I dropped another album over the summer. So I'm like,
Joints.
all of them like both are doing good. Shout out to Bozak Morris. And
Sunday
shout out to all my
morning-
friends.
Sunday
Canadian
morning
joints.
is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I
Sunday
mean?
morning
American
joint.
joints.
Yeah.
Netherlands joints. You know
Y'all
what I mean?
taking over.
I'm
I
tr-
rose
I'm
dolo from
Conquest.
state to state. Ha ha.
trying, trying to, but like, yeah, man, like
Any shows
we
coming up?
working. Yeah, we working on stuff now. We're trying to get back
Working
to
on
Europe.
We're gonna get a Book of Rhymes tour going because me and
let's
Meticulous
go.
was talking.
Yo,
man. Shout out
we really-
Meticulous.
Headlined by,
we're
Kev
trying
Brown and J
we're trying to head over
Scienide.
like to Europe.
I'll
been
open
hearing,
like a
a lot
mom.
of been hearing a lot of stuff from Japan.
Y'all ready for
lately.
meticulous? I'll be like, yo, I'll hype that shit.
Yeah, we hear like a lot of stuff from Japan lately too. So
Yeah.
like I'm trying to
But it's
trying
big
to be
overseas.
backstage chilling after this.
overseas, like most
Open.
definitely, like overseas, New York. But like,
We got a New York show? What's up?
Yo,
yo,
we
what's
need
up?
a New York
we
show.
need, we need one
Please.
bad.
If
Yo,
we do a show
y'all was
anywhere.
going to do Europe. I noticed y'all was going to do Europe last year or something like that. And what transpired? It just didn't.
It didn't pan out.
We needed to finish this. We needed. We don't. I think we needed. We needed.
Nah, it just didn't work out.
It didn't work out. But we needed to finish it. Some of those dates were like. We really been dealing with some of the dates, but like we really, and another thing too, like we was really trying to like finish this and promote it. So
He's keeping it PC.
I'll keep it
It's
PC.
okay.
I see. You're
But
supposed
like-
He's a
to. You're supposed to.
professional.
You never know. You gotta keep doors open.
Jay
yeah,
Sina's a
got to. But
professional.
like,
Yeah.
look, shows we open
Cheers,
to
Jay
that.
Sana.
Yo.
We didn't toast. We ain't toast up. You know what I mean?
Yo,
I seen
we
you.
really
I
trying-
seen
we,
you
like,
with
we really,
one.
like trying to get that done.
Raw.
Oh, definitely, man.
Come on, man.
Respect always.
Cling,
You know?
cling, 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 cling,
Salute.
cling.
Yes,
Yo,
yes.
I seen Busta Rhymes praise you to the utmost.
Shout out to Busta Bus.
No, I'm just
Did he
Zach,
did he
I
ever
like
put,
making Zach laugh. That's the whole point of
Did
this
he
whole
ever
show.
put them joints out? Did Busta ever put
Oh,
them
the Busta
joints out?
Rhymes joints?
Coming soon. Like they still, you know what I mean?
Yo,
I
Large
feel like I
always-
can't talk about it. Like
That's
it's
how I
like
came
a.
to
Can't
find
talk about
out
it yet.
I didn't
secret.
sign a disclaimer enough,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
feel like if I talk about it, like I may get a phone call or something. But it's
The joint,
it's cracking. It's still happening.
the joints I heard.
It don't like people don't believe it because it taken 1,000 years, but it's still. I might have talked to him the other day. You know what I mean? I might have. So yeah, like it's still stuff happening.
Anything y'all want to let loose before we let go?
Pause.
Pause.
Um,
Pause. I'm the pause king.
Nah, I mean we working on some new stuff and
we working on new
Videos,
stuff.
what's coming?
Yo.
Appearances, anything?
We're on new stuff.
Shout out
We're
to
on
D
new
Smooth,
videos.
you know what I
Shout out
mean?
to D Smooth.
D Smooth was out at Beer Wax. Shout out to Beer Wax.
Shout out to Beer Wax for having us
Bobito. I don't
tonight.
know if we did that already. Shout out to
Bobito,
you know what I mean?
Bobito,
Susio
Susio,
Smash. You know what I
everybody.
mean? Everybody that came out, we had to.
Yeah, like
D Smooth was out at Beer Wax. Shout out to Beer Wax.
Shout out to Beer Wax for having us
Bobito. I
tonight.
don't know if we did that already. Shout out to
Bobito,
you know what I mean?
Susio,
Susio Smash. You know what I
everybody.
mean? Everybody that came out, we had to.
yeah, like I just want to say like, yo, thank you to everybody that's bought the album. Like the album has been like a success.
Everybody that was patient for the
everybody
record
was
to come.
patient. Like was like
We got a lot of
getting it in.
DMs and like a lot
All
of like,
kinds
yo,
of
I
Any
ordered.
threats? Any threats?
You know,
Yeah.
No.
yo, why this record
Not for
cost
this
so
album.
much?
Not for this one, but yo, like
know,
we like yeah,
a lot of
you know,
questions
people, a
and
lot of
stuff.
questions. But like yo, we did our thing with this one. People were like really starting to like it. Like I'm hearing like a lot of talk about like up for like album of the year and stuff. So
Yeah.
that's
dope.
really been great.
That's what you need.
For those
That's
out there who are like, well, what the fuck are they talking about? The album is like Kev Brown, J Scienide, Drum Machine, Take Cassette. Produced by Kev Brown, produced by J Scienide.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know.
Go
You know,
cop
I
that
agree.
shit. Like a lot of people
J-
don't
J-
know.
J
I
be making
produce.
beats. Like
Yeah.
that's what we
I
trying
wanted
to work
beats,
on too.
you
Like
know?
Yeah, yo, I owe you beats.
Yeah,
Like a
you
lot
do.
of people don't know I produce, so it's just letting them know, like, yo, cop
Yeah.
this album, cop everything that we've done. We got a lot of stuff coming out soon. We're working on
catalog is
something else
happening,
now,
you know,
like
still,
too.
it's still stuff
The
happening.
cat is out of the
you know.
bag. We wasn't saying nothing about it. We trying to keep it quiet.
But
But
guess
yo,
what?
y'all
We in New York.
y'all
and,
know
you know
now.
what I mean?
Being in New York, like
with Los, so we got to tell them
appreciate
the
you.
Yeah, we
real.
gotta let
you know
people
what I
know.
mean?
Appreciate you, man.
Classic material.
So
Right
we
there.
You know
working.
what I mean?
Yo, you still give out Kev Brown? You still give out suplexes for free?
Let's go.
I gotta hear
I'm
this.
giving out free suplexes. Who the next contestant?
Exactly.
Mike was a bad investment. Let's go. Let's do
Yo,
it.
I gotta let you know too that this song right here,
Come on.
Camouflage Bucket Hats.
Woo!
That's
Fill in the
that's-
blank.
That's my favorite song you ever made.
Yo, shout out to Sean Bourne. I didn't even make that beat. Shout out to Sean Bourne.
Wow.
That's still Wu-Tang.
Wow.
Wu-Tang,
So
right?
It's
Wu-Tang.
dust.
We here.
Dust,
Like,
it's
that's-
the dusty sounds,
I
man.
love that. That's
Wu-Tang.
me all day.
Like Sean
That's
Bourne loves
crazy.
Wu-Tang.
You
We
give
all
me hip
love
hop like
Shout-
that.
Who
Sean
doesn't
Bourne.
love Wu-Tang? Like, so he he made that beat. Sean Bourne don't even make beats like, Sean
Wow.
Bourne, like behind the scale.
Yeah.
Sean Bourne don't even make beats like that. And at the time, he was in a little mini zone, and he had borrowed his man's 5,000, MPC 5,000, and was in like upstate New York and on a farm somewhere. Too
deer
much to
crossing.
explain. Making beats to clear, just to
yeah.
pass time. And he's emailed me some beats. That beat was in there. I was like,
Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
Wu-Tang
When I-
is
When I
forever.
first heard that song, I called Break B. Lou, and I was like, "Yo, your man Kev Brown."
Shout out to Lou,
B.
yo.
Lou.
Lou is that
That's my
dude.
dog.
yo,
Shout out to
the
Break B.
God.
Lou.
Lou
Peace
need
to
to
the
do a
God.
joint for y'all. Lou got some joints too.
Great
man.
God.
Yo, Lou is like
I
the
watch
God,
his
yo.
videos on YouTube and cry because
Yeah.
he be talking about his mom and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
this record I got. Yo,
Yeah.
Every
the
time
joint
I
with
see
him and
Lou,
Rich Medina.
it's love.
Oh yeah. Of course.
Every time I see
Fantastic.
Lou, it's love, yo.
Nah,
Shout out to
Fantastic.
Break Beat Lou.
Yeah.
I feel like I see my uncle. Like
Yeah.
we seen,
He's
I seen
family,
him
he's
at
family.
Nam,
Yeah.
and it was like a familiar. It feel like home.
It's like seeing your uncle.
Yeah,
It's like
you
seeing
know what I
Break Beat
mean?
Lou is like seeing your
Yeah.
uncle, man.
Familiar face.
Like,
Like,
yo.
That's Louis
and I don't
C.
even know him like that.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy. 'cause
Ultimate Beats and
It's
Breaks,
crazy.
man.
Yo,
Yes.
we call him Chicky Thing over here.
You call it what?
Chicky Thing. That's little dude.
he lost weight too.
Yeah.
Big up for that. Healthy, you know what I mean?
Big
Nah,
up
that's
to
my
Break
dude.
Beat Lou, yo.
But yo,
Definitely.
Jay, let them know where they can find you at, man.
Yo, you can find me on Instagram at scienide. It's JSCIENIDE. You can find me at Twitter, same name. You got to spell it out. Though you
it's
find
more
me on
science than cyanide.
Huh?
You know what I mean? It's more science.
It's more science than cyanide. My name is like
it's
a
not
play on
spelled like
words.
cyanide.
Some god body shit. Huh?
Yeah, it's a god body shit.
You know,
Like,
we got the track called Science too.
yeah, see, like you break it down. It's
Hold
like,
on. When's it coming out, Watts?
Yo, oh, he got you on that. When's coming out?
When's that dropping, Watts?
February
What?
29th.
February 29th. That's what you wanted.
Yes,
I do it because Kev Brown
Leap
said
year.
Yeah, you can find me on those like Instagram,
Black Planet, all
like
that.
on Black
All
Planet, like Mejente, everything.
MySpace.
Yeah, you can find me on all of that. Yo, all of that shit. Yo, I'm there.
No doubt.
All over.
Kev,
Peace. I'm on
You know,
Instagram.
Christian Mingle and all that.
You don't follow nobody?
Blackpeoplemeet.com.
Damn.
All right. Anyway, no. Yeah, but Instagram. I'm on Instagram. Kev Brown Pictures. I'm also on Instagram. OfficialKevBrown.com. I need to talk
Which one
about
is
my
yours?
website. They both me.
Oh, okay.
One is my website, and one is I don't have a staff, so both of them is me.
Okay.
So I'm promoting my website on one, and I'm promoting music and stuff on the other. But like Official Kev Brown is there. www.officialkevbrown.com. If you want a T-shirt like you see here on the camera,
Yeah, right there.
If you want the fresh dip gear,
Low budget,
Here.
1976
Oh,
Kev
no.
Brown shirt.
damn, I lost cool points.
Damn, fam. We can take
On
it nowhere.
camera.
Well, we not going to
You
put
can't-
that on.
We'll edit that out.
All right, so
What's up,
look.
I knew that was gonna happen. I was waiting for it.
You saw it.
He had the
like
rapper
a-
hands. The
You
rapper
seen
hands.
it like a
I knew that was gonna
20-inch
happen.
sleeve. You seen it. So, officialkevbrown.com. We could pretend like that never. Officialkevbrown.com. That's the website. I started a couple years ago, and I've been expounding on it every couple months or whatever. Put a new T-shirt, put a new vinyl. The vinyl's up there. You want to get the vinyl autographed and all that stuff. I'll mail it out myself. I have T-shirts and music and all types of stuff like a usual website. And, you know what I mean? You can go there and check it out. You know what I mean? Officialkevbrown.com.
Mr. Watts, where can they find you at?
Raw Wattage, RAWWATTAGE.
That's right.
You know, I got one last question, man.
What's that?
You were saying seen somewhere you was smoking Steph Curry and his brother on the basketball court in Charlotte.
No, this is what it was. Nah, like I remember, like shout out to my old neighborhood, Greer Heights.
Greer Heights,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Hood
yeah.
shit. Like I used to go to like the barbershop when I was growing up. Damn, that's a wild story. How the fuck you know about this shit?
I
Yo,
dig, man.
so
I'm
check
He's
this
dug in the
out.
crates. He's dug in the crates.
Like
It's an old
narwhal for
story.
the joints.
I'm from South Carolina, right?
I
Deep
remember.
cuts. Yeah.
I remember
It's crazy.
like Muggsy, like I was living in Charlotte Hornets, Larry Johnson,
Damn.
Muggsy Bogues,
Yeah.
Dale Curry.
That was a squad.
Dale K.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Alonzo Mourning was on that
Boom.
squad.
Yeah,
right?
Alonzo Mourning was there too. Okay, so Dale Curry used to bring his sons to our barbershop. Like in the hood, I guess
Yeah.
in hood ass barbershop. Like, I mean, Greer Heights. So you know Greer Heights.
Yeah, Greer Heights is real down
It's
there, yeah.
real. You know, so he used to bring them into the hood to get their haircut. And I never forget, like, it was one time I was getting my hair cut, and, like, Dale Curry was there with his sons, like, and they went across the street, hood-ass barbershop,
Hood neighborhood.
basketball court.
Yeah.
And milk
The
crate,
milk
and
crate.
shot, Wendy's, like,
Yeah.
the food, Wendy's
Yeah.
with the redhead.
Yeah.
They went and shot a Wendy's commercial, like a local Wendy's commercial, and like, Steph and his brother, they was shooting. They had to be like 5 or 6 years old. They was shooting threes then.
Wow.
That shit, and everybody, we all went out and watched them. Like,
Get busy.
who the fuck are these kids? Who the fuck are these kids? Like, they was out there shooting threes with their dad.
Wow.
Yo, and like
That's
just remembering that shit and just seeing that shit was crazy. Now, like to see them, like especially what Steph is doing, like right now,
Definitely.
was crazy. I mean, they was making like there's no way that little kid gonna make that shot.
Yeah.
I'm like, who the fuck are these kids? Now and like
Money.
to see them like now,
Crazy.
it's like it was just crazy. It was crazy. I can't believe you even brought that up. That's crazy.
A crazy story.
I had to get that backstory behind.
It was a
man.
Wendy's commercial. I was like local Wendy's commercial. I'm gonna have to go on YouTube and see if I can find it.
Wow,
Crazy.
Wow.
But
Little
shout out to the
kids hitting
Carolinas,
3-pointers.
Shout
Shout
out
out to the Carolinas, yo.
They blowing up right now. Shout out to them.
Thank you guys for coming through.
Thanks
It's
for
an honor,
having
man.
us, yo.
Sorry
Like,
for
Nah, it's all
it was
love.
a little,
we
little
here.
late.
We
I'm
here.
a fan of this podcast. Shout out to everybody.
I'm gonna hear it later.
involved.
It's all good. But
Word
this is
up.
my brother.
True,
so,
like I said, truly appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
you guys.
everybody.
Jay Scienide, Kev Brown. Thank
yo,
you for coming
man.
through.
Thank
This
you,
is
man.
Book of Rhymes.
and
Los.
please keep making music, man. Y'all
Hold on,
sound
hold on.
dope.
You can catch
Word
us
up.
at
We
Book of
word up.
Rhymes, the pod. I mean, Book of Rhymes pod on Instagram. Reach out to us there. And Mika, Don Wills.
Get well, Mika.
Word.
Will.
Don Will, man.
Peace,
you supposed
Shout out
Don.
to
I'm
Don
sorry. I'm
Will.
sorry we didn't. You know what I mean?
Don
I don't
Will,
come
you
out that
supposed
much.
to be
like,
here. I'm
yeah.
not supposed to be on it. Don
I was
Will.
like, oh, we in Brooklyn. I know Don. You know what I mean?
But
Like,
yo,
shout out to Don.
Can I say one more
Hold
thing?
on. And yo, thank you, Watts, for bringing them on the show, man.
Word up.
Because
No,
it was because
most
of you.
gracious. I love these brothers, man. And
Nah, no doubt.
You a good
Thank
brother. And